set for football at Huntington Bank Field. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
They will start this drive with 4. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To pass, Flacco. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
This offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch, and the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Flacco throwing quickly out wide. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 7. And 5.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have is a 2nd and 5. Again, they turn to Ford. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flipped it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Back on the field after a knee injury robbed him of his rookie season, but he showed a ton of promise in the limited sample size we saw of him during the preseason. Go back to the University of Michigan. You saw an accurate passer who ran the offense extremely well, but don't be fooled by that. He was never afraid to attack defenses with his arm, and he'll try to do the same here in the NFL.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On play action, McCarthy. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to...
Every time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they're up to the challenge.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down, Vikings.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Straight ahead, here's Mason. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now McCarthy. That escapes the sack. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Mason taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence our home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run with 4. Gets past one man. That burst good for 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Well, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks.
Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Looking to throw McCarthy. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Vikings.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll hand it to Mason. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
To the right goes Mason. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's McCarthy. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Minnesota.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Toss play to Mason. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To the air with McCarthy. On the screen, this is Mason. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mason on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Now Mason. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Jordan Mason with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cleveland offense making their way out. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the bootleg. Gabriel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. This first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Under pressure, they got him again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure
they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Slant route, and he's got Addison. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On play action, now McCarthy. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On the give, it's Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run here with Mason. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
McCarthy operating from the gun. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point attempt to come here.
Extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And all the way down to the 35. The rookie from Oregon on target with that.
Was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now an option play on second down. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. On the run is Mason. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry one more.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Vikings on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did? Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes Carter. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Throw out wide is incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 2nd catch for him today, and he'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for Browns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Gabriel. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, so much for the first down.
And they could have, would have, should have had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They did not.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Gabriel. That's caught left side by Judy. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and 3. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On play action, McCarthy. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On the ground, here comes Mason. And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Miles Garrett, an 8-yard pickup. First down, Minnesota.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to Mason. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all they needed. First down.
2 yards on the
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
McCarthy off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls.
It's honest, with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
We'll get that one to Carter, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be... This is 4th. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitch, complete. It's 4th. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled it for just a short gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Gabriel. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Take it at the 37. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now McCarthy. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 9-yard line.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg? and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, uh-oh, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Ronnie Hickman burying him short of the sticks for a loss there.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, a 10-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Now for the point after.
Up for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Gabriel. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. The drive begins with Mason. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's McCarthy. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 11. Finding Carter on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
from the gun on third down. Gabriel. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Carter. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's good.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jonathan Grenard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Quickly completed to the right flank. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game.
On this drive, this one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 10 yards out. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They juked him. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Football. But the Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there of 22.
First down, Vikings.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mason going to get it on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
Mason Graham, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
This offense so far on third down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Completes this to Addison out left. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gabriel. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and goal. They run with Ford. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Gabriel. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here it is, 4th and goal. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.